Excellencies, heads of state, former heads of state, ministers, ambassadors, the Robert Bosch Stiftung, ladies and gentlemen, good day. It's a privilege for me to be here today to discuss this very important issue that really touches to the heart of what we experience at the southern tip of Africa very, very often. Climate change is no longer only an environmental challenge, it is increasingly a human challenge. We see that, we feel that, we live that in our country. Across Africa, communities are facing the devastating consequences of floods, prolonged droughts, rising temperatures, and a lot of other extreme weather events. But it's very important that we must realize that despite contributing the least to global emissions, our continent bears a disproportionate burden that is due to climate change. We do the least, but we get the most horrific reactions to that. One of the most profound impacts is the displacement and migration of people within and across borders. We see how climate change in certain parts of Africa have led people to come to our country to seek for economic opportunities. They can't go back because their farmlands have been flooded or have been washed away, or droughts prevent them from making a living elsewhere. It is very important, however, to note that behind every statistic is a family. It's a human being with children and a wife that has to leave their homes. It's a farmer who has lost a livelihood, or a total community struggling to rebuild back faster. Let me give you a practical example. In the recent floods in the KwaZulu-Natal province of our country, more than 26,000 people, homes were lost. 26,000 homes. Just let that sink in. That is directly due to climate change. Climate mobility is therefore not simply about movement, it's about people, it's about dignity, and it is about resilience. And Africa's people is resilient, I can promise you that. My friend from Botswana knows that very well. President Masisi, we are a resilient people. South Africa's response is guided by our Climate Change Act of 2024, our National Climate Change Adaptation Strategy, as well as the Climate Change Coastal Adaptation Response Plan. Working closely with municipalities, we are undertaking climate risk and vulnerability assessments, developing response measures, and strengthening local adaptation planning. Several municipalities are also piloting early warning systems to improve preparedness for climate-induced disasters. And I'm glad to say that in partnership with the United Nations, as well as with our South African Weather Services, we are advancing multi-hazard early warning systems for floods, for droughts, for heat waves, with the aim of building resilience at community level. To address climate mobility, we must better understand the drivers of migration and strengthen the resilience of vulnerable communities, particularly in rural areas. This requires closer alignment between adaptation strategies and disaster risk reduction frameworks. We must build back better and faster. As a participant in the Global Compact for Safe, Orderly and Regular Migration, South Africa believes migration management must be addressed holistically and collectively. Events such as this is so important in finding those solutions that we in Africa desperately need. We support the Common African Position on Migration and the African Union Strategy and Action Plan on Human Mobility, which focuses on addressing the root causes while managing migration in a humane and in a sustainable manner. Excellencies, climate mobility is a shared challenge that demands shared solutions. Through greater cooperation, investment and solidarity, we can protect vulnerable communities and build a more resilient future for us all. Let's stand together and do that for those that need it. I thank you.